Between two top prosecutors, Attorney General Eric Schneiderman has now dropped his lawsuit against the Rensselaer County DA weeks after a deadly shooting involving a Troy police officer.
That word coming from the Rensselaer County District Attorney's Office himself, Joel Abelov, who was sued by Eric Schneiderman about a week and a half ago, all surrounding the shooting death of a man named Edson Thevenin, shot by a Troy police officer last month in April. In an email just sent to our newsroom within the last 10 minutes, I'll read it for you here. It says that the New York State Attorney General has withdrawn his lawsuit against DA Abelov with no finding that the DA acted outside his authority at any time. As part of the agreement now, the District Attorney's Office will hand over the file on the Thevenin case to the Attorney General's Office for investigation. Of course, Schneiderman does have the ability to be a special prosecutor in any shooting death involving an unarmed civilian, and there's been a lot of talk about whether or not Thevenin was armed because a car was used in that case. Certainly something that's going to be continuing to develop throughout the night. We'll have much more for you right here on CBS 6. In the meantime, let's get to some other headlines. Comments are circling about two local school districts, and they're setting off a firestorm.
Some parents are so upset they plan to confront the Voorheesville school board president in less than 3 hours.
Let's bring in our Kimberly Howard, who's been getting to the bottom of all this today. Kimberly, what's the issue here?
Yeah, well, Ann and Cody, just over a month ago, the comments were allegedly made by school board president Timothy Blow. This was at a school board meeting. Now, they were interpreted as a slam against not only Albany City Schools, but its teachers and its students. Today, we sat down with Blow himself, who said he never meant to disparage anyone.
It kind of took like a firestorm from there.
Voorheesville School Board President Timothy Blow is talking about this article in the Altamont Enterprise. It quotes him at a recent school board meeting as saying, quote, "To me, class size doesn't come before enrichment. This is not Albany City Schools. This is Voorheesville. We have good teachers. We have good students."
I don't believe that was the exact quote.
And the interpretation, Blow says, never what he intended. He says his comments were in reference to a study on class size that a parent at the meeting was citing.
What I was trying to intimate was the demographics in Voorheesville are certainly different than that of any urban district.
But after the article was published, Blow says he got an angry call from a parent at his home. Even more parents sounded off on social media, including Albany School Board member Susan Adler.
I went to the immediate place of it's Albany bashing.
Adler admits she then took a step back, thought about the quote some more and how it made her and others feel.
You're so used to being the recipient, and our children being the recipient of false stereotypes, that when I first saw the words, that's where I went to. That was just my visceral reaction.
She hopes this all can be a teachable moment.
You know, as parents, as adults, we have to teach our children that words matter and that perceptions matter and that biases can affect people and they internalize them and they actually then feel like they're not good enough, that they're not worthy enough.
Blow says he never meant to make anybody in Albany feel that way.
I don't have any doubt that anyone in the room that night understood exactly what I was saying, and it wasn't disparaging Albany in any stretch of the imagination.
Now, I also spoke with the editor of the Altamont Enterprise, Melissa Hale Spencer. She tells me the paper is standing by that original quote and that they feel the article is fair. We also reached out to Albany City Schools. They are planning to send us a statement shortly. Cody?
It'd be interesting to see what they say. Kimberly, thanks.